So hello, close, and just I just hello. अरे बेंच मेरे को खुद का स्ट्रीम तो देखने दे यार. Hello again. Uh, so I'm testing some things out. There is some latency in what I'm hearing. I want to test out the audio aspect of this. Let's say this video. नहीं आ रहा है. Okay, so I just got some confirmation. The stream is not coming. Okay, I'll just and I'll just try out some. Okay, so now I'll try again. No, isn't working. Okay, so how do I solve this? So any audio? I can't hear audio actually. Let me just search. Okay, so OBS stream, huh? You turned off from the volume mixer for no specific reason. OBS is sound access, huh? So audio is coming here. OBS. Okay. Too loud volume. Uh, Browser sources have no audio here. Has control audio. How do I find this out though? No. Browser source has control audio with OBS enabled. Uh, but how do I find this out? I audio. Location, camera, microphone, speaker selection. .com. Permissions. Okay. So privacy and security. There you go. I'll just try this. Let's see if I could play. Wait. No. Okay, now wait. So this is a problem, I think. Still no. So I can't I have site settings? Or I should just go to sound settings. Okay, playback devices. Okay. Uh, What if I just reload? No, still doesn't work. So, what do I do? You know what? I'll just. Desktop audio is coming through. Okay, so
were just a few of the methods Mini used to keep his reputation intact. These bold claims didn't come unsubstantiated, as the girls provided ample screenshots and videos that showed Mini behaving in an extremely deplorable manner.
I'm gonna press the refresh button. There you go. I'm also gonna press this. It's gonna go straight to his official Twitter.
okay.
It was his reckless need to keep those wrongdoings a secret and refusal to change that eventually would cause him to go public. Left with no other option, Mini caved and admitted to his disgusting behavior. But sadly, the way he went about it would only further damage what little respect he had left. By now, you should be noticing a pattern with Mini. He prioritizes his career and personal needs over for other people. You can see this when Mini chooses to disrespect and misrepresent members of the Vanos crew to maintain his reputation. Even in his intimate relationships, Mini had no problem trying to manipulate and potentially harm people, as long as it meant he could fulfill his sick desires. If Mini was ready to deceive and lie to the faces of his inner circle, it's reasonable to assume he'll do it to his viewers as well. Which leads us to how Mini Lad's responses and actions following the drama caused more backlash than the drama itself. In his Twitter apology, Mini only briefly
Okay. So finally, audio is working. It took me a long time to do so. Aye. So the method I was using to actually try to fix my audio, not actually fix my audio, to test my audio. So basically, I have my cell phone, and I opened YouTube on my cell phone, and I was running the live stream on my phone. So that's how I was checking the audio, and so there is a since I'm live streaming right now, and the difference. So there is some latency basically. So there is a difference between how I'm live streaming now, the time difference between how I'm live streaming now and when it comes on this phone. So that's why I had to pause for a while. Okay. So I was searching for something. Let me just. Okay. So let's start the stream. Hello, guys. Today we are here to try Pop OS 24.04 Cosmic Alpha 5 actually. Cosmic. So Cosmic is so the reason I'm trying out Pop! OS 24.04 Alpha is because System 76 actually is working on its own desktop environment. The name of that desktop environment is Cosmic. So it's their latest desktop environment. They are currently testing it. It's in its alpha stage. So let me just show you the link. Yep. Cosmic D. Just go to Cosmic. So this is the page actually. We aim to liberate. So if I just look at this only, just the desktop environment. Uh, so this basically looks like a window manager with a dock in the bottom. Obviously, it's kind of no. It looks like the previous GNOME this iteration, but it looks a bit different actually. But I could tell by the looks of it that it could actually be a bit lighter on this system. And so since this is my first, like this is my main machine actually, this is my primary system. I don't have any other laptop. I would be trying this out on a virtual machine. And so they have been working. System 76. It is the company that develops Pop! OS, obviously. So they have been working on Cosmic for a while now, and it so it has been taking them some time because they are ironing out various issues. There are people collaborating on this. Everyone is testing it out. The subreddit is actually filled with photos and videos of this, and so this Cosmic Alpha 6. Okay, so Alpha 6 is already out. I just downloaded Alpha 5. And should I download Alpha 6? Actually, I should download Alpha 6. I have Alpha 5, but I had a script for this. I completely went off script. Huh? I don't care anymore. But we'll just download Alpha 6. But when was this released actually? Right now? If I could, I think the blog link is down. Blog. Yes. Oh, just now. Right, just now. Alpha 6 is out. And I just downloaded Alpha 5 just this evening. So, in their blog, actually, they are talking about the changes that they have made this time around. One is the desktop zoom. Desktop zoom can now be activated in settings accessibility. So this is for people who have basically they have problems reading the text of the screen. You know, when the text is actually too small for you to read, you need a magnifier, and it is also it's a good feature accordingly. And accessibility, we have a screen reader. So these are basically accessibility options. So they have this is actually a good thing, if I should say. It's a very good thing. And if I could just, okay, it's still going on. We have desktop icons. So these look okay. Show on desktop. We have desktop folder content, mounted drives, trash folder icon, icon size, grid spacing, etc. We have additional scaling options. This is to do with the size of the text and all. Basically, how big do you want the icons and text to look? This is the scaling. I think everybody knows that. And this is workspaces. So the workspaces thing is actually the main reason why I actually figured out that they have used a window manager. I don't know which one they use, but it should be something like, like there are many window managers with this kind of functionality, these kind of features. There's BSPWM, there's i3WM. I have seen a lot of these desktops actually, these WMs. So I think that is how Cosmic is actually being developed. Like they are actually building it from scratch, which is a good thing because earlier they were building it off. So they were using GNOME. I, you know what? I'll just look up the pronunciation. Sorry. It's Gnome. Okay, it's Gnome.
Gnome.
Okay, it's Gnome. Okay. So I was correct in saying Gnome. The G is silent. So earlier they were actually building it of Gnome. And Gnome actually is, it has become lightweight, but it is still a bit heavier on the system compared to, let's say, your window managers and XFC also actually. XFC is actually the lightest, one of the lightest Ds I found out, like I've used, and it actually really good from that use case. I've So I've basically used it on my own laptop. I've used it in VMs on actually an older laptop. So yeah, I can actually I can actually vouch for XFCE and all. Sorry if I got you know hung up on a while. And then there are other changes such as Cosmic Files. File path completion is now in Cosmic. Okay, I understood. So basically, for example, if I search for a file name on basically the file manager or something, so if I'm going to type the file name, the result should automatically pop up. Okay. Copying a file allows pasting of the file path in other applications. Good. Home and end keys for navigating the apps. Unfortunately, the keyboard I got doesn't have these two keys. So I don't care actually. We'll just wing it. Cosmic Media Player. Navbar has been added for viewing folders in a tree view. Okay. And to display the video files available to open in the media player. So this is a media player change. And actually this is the first time I'll be trying out Cosmic because the current system I'm using actually, this is Pop OS 22.04. So the reason that I haven't been sorry. The reason that I haven't shifted to this Pop OS 24.04 is because this is my main machine, and since the Cosmic DE is actually still in alpha state, 24.04 in general is still in alpha state. So I am actually waiting for a stable build so that I could actually upgrade and okay, so what we are going to do is I think the download might have So download is being completed, and we could look through all the changes, but it's better if we test it out right now, okay? And so we have Pop OS. You see, this one is this is Alpha 5. I downloaded this just around 5 to 6 hours ago. So Alpha 6 is actually the latest. So we'll be trying out the latest. This is like on stream. We'll be trying out the latest Alpha. And so we'll actually be using a VM for this because, as I said, this is my main system. I don't want to break it. I don't want to take that risk. And it's better if you do it in a VM because you can test it out. Uh, there are, basically nowadays laptops have actually become, what do we say, they have become capable of running VMs. Sorry if I'm actually thinking. I wanted to prepare a script and I went off script. So I'm just winging it. So the advantages of a VM compared to just dual booting it is you can test it out without actually shutting your system down and restarting. You can give a test run of all the features if you want to. Like, it depends. I would actually like to test it out on a VM. You can actually just put it on a bootable pen drive, make a bootable pen drive of that operating system or distro. Then you can restart your PC and you can boot through the USB and then you can access the system. You can test it. But what we are going to do is we are going to actually do it on a VM, and I'm going in circles again. I don't care. So there are tools actually if you want to actually do it on actually if you want to dual boot it. So there are many tools for that. There's Balena HR, there's Rufus, which is for Windows only. There's Universal USB Installer, which is also for Windows only. And then you have other tools like Yumi. There's Ventoy. Ventoy actually I do recommend because Ventoy, the advantage of Ventoy is if I give you this, like, see, if I go Ventoy, so, okay. So this is a new bootable USB solution. So the advantage of using Ventoy is you have to give me a minute here. I actually need my USB. Okay. I can't find it. I found it. Okay, give me a second. Good. So, I'll actually insert this USB drive in. I'll eject this one out. Removable, okay. Just click here, safely remove. And then we put this in. So this pen drive actually, and this is a small pen drive, is I think 64 gigs. Okay, let me read. Yeah, 64 gigs. I don't know if I. Okay, I'll just test this out. Sorry, I can't actually see. OBS out. I think no, I can't. It won't actually pick it up though. Like, I'm trying, but oh, okay, fuck it. So this pen drive here, this is actually a SanDisk pen drive, and I'll put this in. This pen drive actually has. Sorry, why just good. Okay, Ventoy, yes. So this is a 64 gig pen drive, and as you can see, there are actually you can use it as a normal pen drive, yes, and you can put a lot of distros, or you can put a lot of ISO files for OSs. You have Windows 11. I have in Linux. I have Arch Linux. I have Debian. I have Linux Mint. I have Manjaro, KDE, XFC, Neon, OpenSUSE, Zorin. And the fun part is, if I turn this laptop off and I boot it up through the pen drive, so what's going to exactly happen is, instead of basically when you boot from the pen drive and a bootloader appears, you get so you get booted into the test OS if you're doing it on a single OS actually. Basically, if you have just one bootable pen drive for one OS. In here, if you boot in through the pen drive, then when you access the boot screen, you can actually choose which distro or OS you want to try out. So it's a very cool thing, according to me. I think there are actually screenshots. Ventoy. I'll just Ventoy. So this is how the menu appears. Okay. Okay, screenshot. I'll just do it like this. So this is the menu that appears when you boot in through the pen drive, and you can choose which OS you want to boot into. So these are all OSs which have been kept in the pen drive. So this is a very cool concept. Like otherwise, normally what you have to do is you have to make one pen drive for each OS if you do it through the conventional way. For example, if you do it through Etcher, or if you do it through, let's say, your Rufus or Universal USB installer, through any tool, but you would only be able to create one bootable pen drive for one OS. But a solution like this, just one pen drive, and you can have as many OSs you can want. So you won't actually need multiple pen drives. You can just plop it, and the fun part is this is just simple drag and drop. So I have this opened here, this Ventoy pen drive, and all I need to do is just download any, like I can actually just I have this Pop! OS Cosmic Alpha. I can just copy and paste it into this pen drive, and when I boot it up, it will appear on the menu. So I could try it out that way also. And I wouldn't need to delete any of the other distros I have, as long as I have space in my pen drive. So which is a good thing, actually. So I have been going on for too long about creating a bootable pen drive. We'll move on to the VM section actually. Sorry. So what we are going to do now is we are going to open a VM tool. In VM tools, you have a lot of VM tools. You have virtual box. You have VMware. and you have QEMU, KVM actually. You can use KVM. Uh, I have tried KVM, but I haven't actually been. I haven't, you know, successfully replicated like the speed and everything yet. My friend actually has installed KVM. He has KVM enabled, and he has used VMs through QEMU. That is the, you know, interface. Or actually, I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that. I think utilities, if I'm not wrong, system or utilities. Okay, system. We'll go through system. Okay. So this is the QEMU one, QEMU. There is this VMware workstation. So for most of you who have been following tech and all, VMware workstation has actually been made free. The pro version, it has been made free for personal use since May of last year, and we'll basically be using VMware. There is VirtualBox if you want to use. If you want to use VirtualBox, it's fine, but we'll be using VMware X instead, and I'll be using Workstation for this. I was trying Manjaro. Okay, so other than that, we'll actually start. We'll create a new OS. Sorry. We'll create a new VM. Mixing things up. We'll do a custom actually. We'll do a custom setup. We'll be doing workstation 17.5 or later. Okay. Limitations is 128 gigs of memory, 32 processors, 10 network adapters, 8 TBs of disk space, and 8 GBs of shared graphics memory. Okay, that's fine. And so now I have to use a ISO image. So now what I need to do is this. So I downloaded my ISO and I'm going to put it in. Okay. Now it will ask what is your operating system, and if there is Ubuntu, I think there is Ubuntu. Okay. I don't think Pop OS has its separate, listing here. I think it doesn't have any listing over here. So we'll just use Ubuntu 64-bit since the base is actually Ubuntu. The base of Pop OS has always been Ubuntu. So, and we can configure the number of processors. We'll do 4, and we'll go for 1 this time around. We'll do it 1, or we could actually do 2 and 2, which would be the same, but actually I'll go for 4 and 1 in this instance. Or actually we'll just go 4 and 2. Let's see. Actually, I don't know how much problematic it would be, but well, I'll just find out. So in this space I will put in, so 4096 1024 means 1 GB. If I do it into 6, so 24 6 4 6 are 4 2 2 6 are 12 plus 2 1 no 6 1 no sorry, it's not 1024 4 6 are 24 6 2 0. Okay, 14. So 6 144 6144, right? Yep. Just put enter. So 6 GB, 6 gigs of RAM. We need it. Like, it's not much to worry about. I already have actually 16 gigs of RAM. And if I just close a few applications, might work. I'll close Steam actually. We don't need Steam today. No gaming today. We'll use network address translation. It's basically default. Okay, we'll use this. Recommended. We'll go with the recommended settings and we'll create a new disk which would be around. Actually, I was thinking, since I'm not using Manjaro, I'll actually delete this. If I just go, sorry, remove. Okay, and we already have been. There you go. We put 80. Actually, I'll listen in from. I think I should adjust the mic volume. Okay. And we'll use pop. We'll just put pop OS like this only. Pop OS. Pop OS Cosmic. Oh wait, I need to change the name. Yeah, sorry. Alpha 6. I was going to install Alpha 5 actually. We'll do Alpha 6. And LSI, SCSI, we did the rest. We'll use 80 gigs of memory, disk memory obviously. And we have 80 gigs of hard disk space. We have 6 gigs of memory. And we have 8 cores. So I'm not sure if it would crash or what. I think I should reduce the count. Or just let it be actually. Much better. So we are booting into Pop OS Cosmic Alpha. We'll do the setup first. It's taking a while to load. So I guess I'll just wait. So I think we are at the desktop screen. System updates are available to install. Install Pop OS 24.04 LTS. We'll go ahead with the setup first right now. So obviously if you have installed OSS distros before, then this shouldn't actually be a problem for you. But in case you don't know how to do it, I'll walk you through it. So first we'll select English. Then there are many different versions, and since we are in India, okay, so we'll select India. Indian English, yes. So there won't be actually any difference between the Indian and the US formats. It should actually be the same, and we'll just do English Indian with rupee, India with rupee, that one. And we can actually do a clean install, but I'll do a custom install because I am going to make some partitions. I'll keep some swap space. I think doesn't need a boot partition, but I'll make it. So we have 85.9 GBs of unused space and modify partitions. So this just opened up Gparted. Gparted is actually really powerful, and I wasn't sure how. Partition table. Device create partition table. So we'll just do here. We'll do MS DOS, okay. And I'll just trim some space from here. I think I need around 5 gigs of space. And this is the ext4 partition, primary partition, yes. Aligned to megabytes, obviously. This would be the primary partition. I am actually surprised that the mount point option isn't coming here. Huh? We'll just do this. And we have around 4 to 5 gigs of space left. So I should do a boot partition, or I think no, actually we'll just do Linux swap. Okay. And now that we have our changes, we can now press this. We can click the tick mark, apply all operations, apply, and close. And now, there you go. And this partition will be used as wow, actually. We'll format this partition, and this partition will be used as the swap. Yes, exactly. I don't think we need to use a boot partition, and this is actually very strange. You know what? Actually, swap partition should be placed separate. It should be placed at the end, not at the beginning. So I'll actually change it. I'll change it. Okay, so the swap will come here now instead of okay. We'll just keep 4 to 5 gigs of swap memory, and here this will be formatted as so. the rest of it is the primary memory. This will be used as a swap space in case the RAM would actually not be used. So the concept of what the sorry. Okay, so the swap space has been added up. Here, the swap space, so the purpose of the swap space is actually when uh, you have too many processes and applications saved on your RAM, and therefore your system would actually run a bit slow. So the swap space will actually act as a extension of the RAM basically when your system is actually when your RAM is actually overwhelmed. And now we'll use the partition format, use it as root. This the like this is how I actually do it. I just place the main partition as the root partition. Normally people normally people do home. They have a separate home partition. They have a separate root partition. But I won't be doing that. Instead, I'll just be doing it as this only. We'll do erase and install. So over here we'll just do keep calmly. Fine with this. Username should be this only. Oh wait, okay. Sorry. The full name is this and password should be good. Okay. Now we'll install. It's installing right now. We'll have some. Where's the water? Where is the water right now? I need. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, I found the water. Yes. So while this is going on, just so while this is installing, so I did a stream yesterday. I had to private it because nothing was actually ready, and okay. So while that is happening right now, I'll just do this. Okay. So here, I was watching. Okay. And the video I was watching, yes, I was referring to a video yesterday, which was this one.
ऑल सेट बेस्ट सोल्यूशन यही है उसमें क्या हो जाएगा जो भी कंटेंट इंसान अब
Okay.
ले ले पूरा पूरा और फिर सरकार डिसाइड करे उसमें आप किसी के पास क्या आ रहा है वो कंट्रोल करे
Let me just. No, not in Hindi actually. Like I could actually translate what he's saying, but auto translate to English. No, actually, I'll just translate it myself. I'll just.
मीम्स जो बाहर एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं वो तो फिर भी एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं ना तो मीम तो एग्जिस्ट करते रहेंगे बस इंडिया में मीम्स नहीं बन पाएंगे सारे वीडियोस जो बाहर एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हैं जिसमें गालियां हैं और बहुत वही है कि इंटरनेट कंप्लीटली स्टेट कंट्रोल हो जाए क्योंकि इंटरनेट जो ग्लोबलाइज्ड है जो सबके पास है इस वक्त उसमें आप किसी के पास क्या आ रहा है वो कंट्रोल कर ही नहीं सकते
So he's actually suggesting that we should have state-controlled media as a solution. So first of all, actually, I did make some points, but I would say that this is just an option and it is not a solution, if I would say, because in this country, and we have seen this time and again, the government doesn't always have your best interest in mind, because if for example, if I am basically the prime minister or I am running a country and I want to control the media, okay, so what I would do is I would use that opportunity to whitewash my image. Any wrongdoings, any scams I have done, like people will remember, yes, and it will happen, but I could still use that power to hide any evidence, any trace, which is what this government will do. And it could also be used to whitewash the youth's perception. You know, sorry if I'm phrasing it wrong, I needed to rephrase it, but and basically this is how the government will use it actually. And for example, there's China with its state controlled media, there's North Korea with its state controlled media. So if you are basically an investigative journalist and you would actually need to conceal your identity because because you would be at risk of getting caught and or murdered or tortured, whatever. Okay, so I'm going off on a tangent again, which I shouldn't. Basically, for example, if I am a government, like this state controlled media actually, it would be used to basically, it would be used to push my agenda basically, and it would show people the media that I want them to see. Actually, I'll show them what I want them to see. It could be actually far from the truth and we do not know, but this is like, it has happened and governments do it. Like, they don't always have the people's best interests in mind, but not always. Like I don't know what to say about this, but still state controlled media. If you're talking about this, it's not a solution though. If you're talking about it as a solution, and considering this government, it can be actually used to make you believe that BJP or whatever the party is the best party in the world. It's the only party. It's the supreme party, uh, and they have done a lot of good. They will do a lot of good. Um, Basically, they will have control, and anybody who will try to speak up against them will actually get, they will go missing, they will get cancelled, whatever. So the government will try to push its own narrative, and that is basically why I don't support state-owned media, like state-controlled media, because the freedom of speech will actually be taken away. So, because actually, for a democracy to function, you need multiple perspectives. But if you're going to state control that media, if the government is going to control that media, then the concept of free speech, the concept of opposition. If I don't like what you're doing right now and I want to say it, but I won't be able to say it because if I say it and, for example, the government finds out, then it won't be that good of a deal, and I think something's wrong. Yes, nothing's wrong. Sorry. Okay, yeah, the stream still working. Sorry. Partitioning drive, it's still stuck on 0%, huh? Like, I can go on and on and tangents about, this will still install. It's going to be a long stream. Long stream. So that's my point actually. If you want to control the media, which is actually already being controlled at this point, like everybody here knows that most major media outlets actually praise the government rather than criticizing it. There are criticisms, yes, but what you will hear mostly is actually praise, not criticism, not against the ruling party. No. So, and actually in the comments, he was actually saying that he is not being sarcastic. I think here, yes, he replied. And I am not being, these are real possible ideas for solutions. But this is not the solution. Like in trying to control a few bad apples or whatever, you will actually be repressing, you will be actually repressing the freedom of a lot. If, maybe this is sounding too extreme, but that's what I think. And, it has, like, the implications aren't actually good in that case. And if you know this party, like, for example, if the party actually cared about the people, which most people think it doesn't. Okay, so it has been this way. Politicians and most politicians are actually, they're obsessed with power and money, fame, because power actually gives them the freedom to do whatever they want. That is how power works. Like, if you can control the world, like if you can control a place or whatever, now then again I'm just rambling at this point, so don't take anything I say at this point seriously. So if you have control or power, you have control over a place, region, an entire country, some, like the entire world, maybe. So if I have control over the world, and so basically in these countries, if I'm ruling a country, I have the power to do anything I want without any consequences whatsoever. That is why the obsession of power. That is what I feel, because it gives you the freedom to do anything you want. As a normal person, if you want to do anything, you will, you know, you have your moral standards, you have society, but like don't take this seriously, like what I'm saying, but I'll say whatever I want at this point. But I was supposed to. Okay. So we'll go back to the install, and it's still on partitioning, yeah. I was going to actually start doing something else. Just to put it on stream, huh? Okay, volume is back. I'll bring the audio back over here for the desktop. Okay. Almost lost volume for a while there. Shit. I'll test this again. Okay. So give me this also. I think this has been going on. It's still stuck at 0%. Why? Why is it stuck at 0%? Come on. Come on, man. Okay, wait. Couldn't find EFI. Okay. So, wait a sec. I'll have to start this again. I'm sorry. I will have to start this again because it actually needed a boot partition, and you know, we'll just try again. Well, it has always been this way. Let's try again till it's done. Oh, but it already has been installed. Okay, so let me just put in my password now. Okay, I'll see if I could actually adjust. Your workspaces, your applications. Wait a sec. Okay, so this is basically a this is what we call a window manager. Okay, so the bar on the top is actually a compositor. Now I actually just know the words. I actually don't know what this is. Basically, a compositor. I think I made. So we'll go to settings and here we'll go full screen here and we'll keep the changes. But okay, and this is 60 hertz. Okay, all X11 at native resolutions. If I do this, okay, so this actually looks really good. So the Cosmic Store over here is, let's see, this is 100% a window manager and custom. They made it from scratch. Like I could actually see it. So how I know is because I used to tinker a lot on Arch Linux. I actually did tutorials. Like I didn't do a tutorial actually. I did it on Arch Linux just for fun. Actually, I installed Arch Linux. I then configured it using a window manager. Like the desktop environment was BSPWM. I used actually. There's awesome WM also. So I don't know about that, but I have used BSPWM, which is actually it's really light. You could actually easily see how easily I could actually run it on a VM. Like it's so smooth. So this is basically the reason why people have been liking Cosmic. They are actually excited for this because, like, just from the looks of it, the fluidity, everything. It's now they still have some issues to iron out, but it's actually looking rather good, if I must say. So if I say I want to install Google Chrome, I'll install Google Chrome. So this is, and Firefox is actually, it's installed by default on every Linux distro. Almost every Linux distro. It's the default browser for that. And we'll install Brave also. And it's fast actually, it's really fast. So actually I'm rather excited for Cosmic if I actually get my hands on a stable version in the future. They will release it because right now it's in the alpha stage. They will move on to beta when they are actually making progress on this. And this is alpha 6 actually. This actually looking really good, according to me. This is really good, man. Like I would actually want to use it, but see, the problem is since this is alpha, so there can be a lot of issues, and if I tinker around too much, for example, or even if I don't tinker around too much, there is a risk that my system would stop working, some desktop elements would stop working, something would stop working. Uh, Something actually, important, mandatory for the system functionality would actually stop. So things like this could happen. That is what I'm saying. And we have Telegram, we have Brave, we have Discord, Signal. We have a lot of stuff over here. Ungoogled Chromium. Wow. Someone. Oh, this is from FlatHub. So I'm liking it actually. This is a good desktop environment. I won't be actually doing too much stuff around here, but just from the looks of it, it looks really nice, if I must say. Ungoogled Chromium. So, basically Chromium without all the Google integration and API stuff. So, this actually looks very, really good. And then we have Google Chrome. We have Firefox. We'll open Brave also. We'll go through applications. Since I've installed the applications, this should come here. So right now the icons aren't appearing properly. I think this will get fixed in a later release, because I won't be actually surprised, because this is still in alpha. So there are beta and then the main stable release. So if I would actually want to upgrade to 24.04, I would actually wait for the stable release and then I'll go ahead. We have games also, Dolphin Emulator, there's Loot Race, there's XCMU, there's Steam. Steam is everywhere, okay. But actually we aren't actually going to install much. Actually these are, and I would like to run it through the stress tests. And okay, so we'll see what the terminal is made of right now. So if I just say we don't actually have that many packages now. So since the base is Ubuntu, so we will use apt for any package management. So we'll do sudo. Actually, we'll do fast fetch. Okay. So we'll open Brave actually this time. We'll open Brave. Okay, and then we'll search fast fetch. Yes, exactly. And so fast fetch is actually a command line utility. If you write in fast fetch in the command line, it shows you all your system specifications. So there are instructions to install this over here. So in Linux we can do this. Yes. So all I need to do is copy paste this. So I would only need to copy paste this line, because nowadays if I just execute this, the bottom one will actually get executed automatically. It will automatically upgrade the repositories. So you don't actually need to you know, it's run the second command because it will do it by itself. Okay. We can press enter over here. Okay, so it has updated. Now what we need to do, sorry, is just write sudo apt install fast fetch. There you go. And so there are still some issues like with the mouse actually. I am getting stutters here and there. So now what I'm going to do is I'll clear this first. Then I'll just write fast fetch. There you go. So now it's showing up as Pop OS 24.04. Desktop environment is Cosmic, and the window manager is Cosmic Comp. Which actually I actually like this look. And I have 4 cores here. I have 8 cores. Sorry, 4 cores, 8 threads. And we have VMware adapter as the GPU. So you can actually, so this is if you want to try out any desktop and any distro that you want to, you can just use a VM like this. And I don't know how the installation went. I thought that I was actually, it didn't complete properly, but I was wrong, I guess. I was wrong. So as you can see, it is running now, and I can actually boot into it whenever I want to, since this is on a VM. And this is looking super good actually, by the way. If I want to use the media player, actually I haven't seen the media player properly, and you need an audio or video file. I don't want to put an audio or video file right now. It's very late. Like, I'll show you how late it has become for me. Wait, if I just, there you go, and I'll just, so it's 1:17 a.m. in the night. So, and I have to sleep. No, actually, I don't have to sleep. I have to do something else actually. So I will be ending this stream after I shut this down. And it has been a good while. I have had fun. I have been streaming for around 2 to 3 days now, and I am finding the fun in it. Okay, so I am having fun while I'm streaming. The only problem is since I don't do any prep beforehand. Even today, I basically did close to zero. I just wrote a script and I didn't even read it actually. So, still, it has been fun. And well, actually, I will actually end this stream right now. So, thank you for watching. Like, I don't know if anybody is watching, but I just did it because I wanted to. Thank you.